Hi, I'm Mike Feeney. You might know me as a comedian or that guy from the internet you want to punch in the face. I'm on the hunt for a co-host for my wildly successful podcast. I've received hundreds of applications from some of the funniest people on the planet. Join me to see if they have what it takes to be my co-host. Welcome to Co-Host Wanted. Today, I'm interviewing a comedian, punk rocker, and cheerleader, which sounds like three roommates on a bad reality show, but it's all one guy. He can joke, scream, and do a round-off back handspring, but can he be my co-host? It's time to find out. He's a multi-talented bundle of contradictions. It's Shapel Lacey, everybody.
Here we go.
Thanks for coming, man.
That was smooth.
All right.
Wow.
Here we go.
I'll give you that. Best intro I've ever had.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
This is a good...
and I don't just say that, so.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Just been waiting to dole that out on
I'm
the
pretty
podcast?
forward. I'm like, who's good at this?
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you're familiar with the show and its incredible success and everything, but this interview is going to be, I think, different than any other one that I've ever done because I don't think we've ever met in person, have we?
I don't think so.
I think it was just online. So
Online.
And we have a
Best
ton
way
of,
to meet nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah. And we have a ton of mutual friends who have
Yeah.
always I don't know about you, but I've always heard good things about you, and they're like, you would like that, like people trying to
Yeah.
connect
same,
us
same,
for a
for sure.
while. Yeah,
For
it'd be so
sure.
funny if you're like, no, okay.
Yeah.
But what's crazy, what I think this is very interesting, is that so people that are watching this, they're literally watching our first conversation.
They are.
That's pretty wild, you know,
Yes.
because this can go in a bunch of different ways. But years from now, people may point to this moment and be like, oh my God, this is the day that the world changed.
Yeah, and they'd be like, that guy should be the co-host.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be
That's
like,
what they're gonna say.
Turns out the revolution was televised,
Yeah,
but it was on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We did that.
Sweet, man. That's very cool. Well, I mean, let's get right into the interview here. Nice and easy off the top. Why do you think you'd be a good co-host?
Because I'm good at everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Confidence
Yeah,
included.
my confidence is insane.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe not.
I mean, you like to be a cheerleader, punk rocker,
Uh-huh.
and a comedian. Like you got to have some level of like craziness. That goes,
Right.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just my style in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Flex from the chest.
Flex.
Yeah. Also, by the way, you got a great voice for podcasting. You know, like every time you talk, I feel like your voice sounds like it's doing.
Oh, it sounds like I got the gig already.
Well, don't worry. There's going to be a lot of other.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna hold your feet to the fire. I like to butter them up before I strike them down. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's fair.
But I do because I like your vibe is very. There's a very relaxing energy. You give off like cool substitute teacher vibe. You know what I mean?
I'll be a cool sub.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can accept that.
Like the kind of substitute teacher who insists that the students call him coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
call
some
me
reason.
coach.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm not your math teacher.
Yeah,
Exactly. I'm your coach.
I'm your friend.
Yeah. All right, 2 + 2. What is it, kid?
Yeah. So I've read that you journal and nap every single day. Is that self-care?
How you know that?
Listen, man, I got ears all over this place.
Oh,
huh?
my God.
Yeah. So you journal and nap every single day. Is that self-care or depression with structure?
Ooh. I'm going to say self-care.
Okay.
That's why I do it.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, both could be true depending on the person.
Yeah.
But that for me,
Sure.
self-care.
How much do you nap? How long is your naps?
Oh, like 10 to 15 minutes.
Nah, that's the way you got to do. I think the
Yeah.
20-minute. I feel like they always say like the 20 minutes that sweet spot, right? Because anything longer you get groggy.
What's crazy is when I tell people that, I didn't actually know like that was like the better way to take a nap. And my body just doesn't let me sleep that long.
Interesting. Oh, at night do you not sleep?
At night I sleep perfectly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At night
Okay.
I'm good. But like if I just want to take a nap, my body only lets me do like 10 to 15.
That's wild.
I don't know why. Yeah.
I could sleep 3 straight out. I could sleep at any point of the day. Anytime in my even since now I have a kid, so I'm perpetually tired. But but growing up, I could sleep 13 straight hours. In college, I could sleep 12 hours.
Can I give you a high five for that? Because here's the thing, I don't understand people that like go, I struggle with sleep. I go, what'd you do?
Exactly. What demons you got?
Yeah. What'd you do?
What do you hide? What are you running from?
Yeah. What are you running from? What do you mean you can't sleep?
Yeah. That is a great point.
I always think about that. I don't trust nobody to go, I struggle with sleep.
That's a good, yes, insomniacs, they're hiding something, dude.
Yeah, what you hiding, bro?
That's the first, if I was an investigator and I was interviewing people for a murder suspect, I'd be like, how do you sleep? And if they're like, I sleep fantastic, I go, you're out of here. You're good. Dismissed.
Yeah. Like someone could like literally piss me off, like heavy.
Yeah.
right? And I'll still sleep good at night.
100%.
I'm like, I'll deal with that later.
I fall asleep quick. I sleep deeply. I mean, every time I wake up, I'm like, I could roll right back over.
I know.
I'll
fall asleep before a takeoff.
Yeah.
Straight up,
now,
bro.
I will say planes are getting harder for me to fall asleep in, but it's just a pure height thing for me because I'm so uncomfortable. I always do the aisle so that I can get the extra leg room. If it's like an early flight and I know I'm not gonna have to get up to piss a lot, then maybe I'll do the window. But then the window, they make the seats now where they're like 6 inches from the window, so you can't always put your head on the thing.
Yeah.
And then it's just the neck. I'll fall asleep on a plane and then I'll wake up like someone just snapped my neck and just
Bro,
the neck pillow?
I've never not done window. I do window.
You
all
do
the
window
time.
every time?
Every time.
What if you have to get up? You know,
I take a piss right before, bro.
take a piss. What even like cross LA to New York?
Yep.
You don't piss 6 hours?
Nope.
You don't piss?
I'm good.
Bro, I love the aisle. Because I feel like it's a little cheat code. You get that extra. You can put when they're not pushing the cart by. You get that extra leg room on there.
Yeah, that is nice. But I don't like it because my shoulders get bumped.
I do get every single time. It's like the wedding singer. Every single time I get my elbow and my knee bashed, and they're always saying like as they're bashing, like heads up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They get off on that.
that's true.
Yeah. Huh. Psychological question for you. How many hours of your life have been spent waiting? And be as specific as possible if you can.
How many hours of my life has been spent waiting?
Yeah. You can compass that to waiting online,
That's
ice cream truck,
question.
to a TSA, to anything else. A bus, a train.
Man, if I had on a daily, if I had to wrap it up daily, hour
a day waiting. So then times that by, so we got the 365 days, hours a year. And then, to how old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Nice. Okay. Well, I'm not even going to pretend I can do that math, but it seems like a.
I was like, is he about to hit it?
Yeah, imagine you just see me, just my eyes.
I was like, okay, mathematician.
I'm like, cover the 8, cover the 8, No, math was far and away my worst subject.
Yeah.
But I mean, I bet there's a calculator. Mike's probably got a calculator over there, right? Mike, what's 365 times
60?
Time 360?
Wait.
306. How many days are in a year?
I know, right? So wait, 300?
365, right? 360?
Because the hour is 60 minutes.
Oh, yes. So it's not even an hour. So do you know what we're trying to do here, Mike?
365 times 60 would.
365 times 60, and then times that by 38.
Yes.
Yes. And the number that you're going with is
Hours.
832,200 hours. Okay. Strong. Okay. We'll fact check that in post. So
someone in the comments like, actually, you guys got it wrong. And what you really needed to do.
Yeah. You said you don't care or read what people say about you because you're confident in yourself. What are some other personality traits you have besides being a liar?
Who's this guy? I was like, where'd you get that quote?
I heard you said it. You said it on a podcast.
That sounds like Confucius, bro. That don't sound like me. That Marcus Aurelius?
You said that on a podcast. You don't care or read what people say about you because you're confident in yourself.
That was probably a long time ago.
And also,
I do. Okay, I will say this. I do read, but it doesn't like affect me.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because it's like when you honestly break it down, it's like I don't really know this person.
Sure.
So it's like, what can I give them?
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't give them anything.
This is true.
Because it's like, what do you want me to say something back? Okay.
Right.
But what does that really do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I do like. It's funny to read it because I love watching how far off someone is.
Yes, that is the best. It's when people like have their own.
It makes me giggle
when people have their own like storylines that they're
I'm like,
oh
damn.
man, he was pissed off at him the whole episode.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm like, oh, okay, you're far off.
It's just grasping at
straws.
I
love it. Yeah, I love it. You know, I know there was because there was this one time I had posted a clip or whatever, stand-up clip, and some guy was like, "Why are you talking like that? You don't talk like that." I go, "What?" I was like, "You don't talk like that." I was like, I just said, are we friends? And he
Right.
goes, I was like, did we grow up together or something? He goes, nah. He goes, I've just listened to you on podcasts for hours. And I go, oh, that doesn't even compare to the amount of years that my family
Right,
and
right.
friends have like known me. So that's where that like comes from. But
well,
like,
yeah, there is that parasocial.
to say I don't read it, I used to not, but like, it's fun sometimes. It makes me giggle.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So
Yeah.
you'll read it, but it doesn't ever pierce the armor.
No.
Wow, good for you.
No.
I do.
Why does it get you? You seem
Sometimes
like,
I try,
like a pretty.
I try to stay out. I stay out of that for the most part. You know, I think that this audience is actually a pretty awesome community. I'm trying to cultivate that kind of like
That's what it is.
The Ryan Sickler honeydew sort of energy. A great comment, right? Best people,
Bro.
I always quote, that's the first podcast I ever did. I was just talking about this. I was like, that's the first podcast that I did where I was like, oh my God, people are, you're not going to get 90% hate.
You know what made me cry?
Uh-huh. Oh wait, his doing the comments?
Yes.
But in
It
a
made me
good
cry.
way.
In a good way.
Happy cry.
Because I was just like, what
So
the
I guess
hell?
the comments do get through from to you.
Yeah. I am a liar.
There's a liar.
Damn
See?
it.
Yeah, what made him walk right into that one?
Damn it. What a setup. That was like a bump set spike, bro. Like the way you hit that down that.
You're from Mesa, Arizona, where I believe the official state bird is heat stroke.
Yeah.
What's something interesting about Mesa?
Something interesting about
Yeah, like what
Mesa?
what would be anything interesting about it that was growing up there? Like what's something like, oh, that was actually cool. You know?
I mean, it's kind of boring because you got to create your own fun because there's nothing going on there.
Yeah.
We got meth.
Meth, nice.
Yeah, we got meth.
Nice.
You know, you find some meth.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I know a guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we have a lot of Mormons.
Mormons. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Arizona's like heavily like populated with like Mormons.
You know what's so
I got a ton of Mormon friends.
You know what's so crazy about? I've been to Arizona 3 times in my life, and the most recent time I've been to Arizona, I think I was like 10. Isn't that wild?
Oh wow!
I went there like 3. I think my dad went out there for business like a couple times, and he just like took the family.
Yeah.
And I know we went to like Phoenix and Scottsdale, and I know we saw the Grand Canyon. There's like a picture of me. I don't remember any. I do remember one time my dad was. It was so hot. Classic Arizona. And we were driving someplace in the rental car, and I spit gum out the window, but it got stuck on the window. And then it like spiderweb melted across the entire side of the window on the rent-a-car. My dad had to like scrape it off. Was very pissed. It was a whole thing.
Mark!
And then my family, they could drink. And so they had a bunch of empty cans and bottles and stuff like that. And in New York, you get whatever that is, 5 or 10 cents per bottle, whatever. So and then my family always used to do that. So right at the hotel we were staying, they had one of those like recycling things that had an outdoor one, and my dad was standing on the asphalt like putting all the cans in, and the bottom of his shoes literally melted. Like the bottom of the shoes melted, the soles of the shoes melted on the asphalt because it was like 120 or something. And then
that 120 is real, bro.
Yeah, and come to find out that in Arizona they do it by like weight or something, the recycling. So after all that, he got like 5 cents and lost a pair of sneakers because it was like it was not really the financial windfall.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad.
Yeah, I mean it's all right.
Sorry, we
never went back.
Yeah, right. I was like, sorry we did that to you.
Yeah.
No, people will go out and like cook cookies on like. Outside on like
a sheet,
on a sheet, stuff like
Whoa.
that. You could do stuff
Frying
like that.
egg, all that.
It's like that's like the most fun thing.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the most fun thing in Arizona, just cooking some eggs on the street. But then they have, but they always say it's a dry heat, so it's not as bad as the, which
heat is heat, bro.
Yeah, but dude, I'll take 100 in Las Vegas than I will 85 in Florida. Because that's like it's like breathing in a cup of water, dude.
You can't really you can't escape this the sweat.
The wetness.
Yeah. That's right.
Of
that's
that
right.
air. It's
that's
heavy.
Right.
You just
okay,
everything starts sweating. It's a nightmare,
Yeah. I did valet back home in Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah, bro. Sometimes we're like horrible.
Awful.
I don't know what
just
the fuck
fucking heating up.
Yep.
I got questions about that. We'll get to that later.
Oh, what?
Dude. You don't think I know? I got it all. You think if I'm gonna have you be my co-host, I gotta know about. I gotta do a deep dive on the background. You know. Here's another quote you've said. You've said that you are angry as fuck, but full of love. Which, first off, I mean, if that's not your merch, what are you even doing? 'Cause that is the most printable on a T-shirt thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
That should be your merch. Secondly, please explain that because I think I am exactly the same.
Okay, so like, I've been off and on with anger management since I was like 15 years old. And that's what happens when you grow up in the heat. No. And so like anger is like the one thing that like the one emotion that I've like leaned into like the most.
Sure.
Obviously, you know, and you know, just going through the process of like understanding my anger, like it's still there.
Yeah.
That's like one thing I've learned. They're like you'll never like lose that because it's like every human feels that emotion.
Sure.
But like that for you is just like that's how you protect yourself.
Of course.
So that's all I know.
Yeah.
It's a defense mechanism that I use, you know,
Same.
to pop somebody in the mouth. You know?
Yeah.
But I haven't done that in a minute.
Okay.
So,
All right.
and then the love part is like I'm full of love because that's like the one thing I like the most. I love like
You love love.
I love love. I love like love songs. I
Uh-huh.
love rom-coms. I love like
You're a
like
softie.
I'm a softie in
Yeah.
that shit. I love that department.
Wow. Okay.
I love it.
I love that. So
Like I want a girl to dip me and kiss me, bro.
So you're like a rescue dog where you're like it seems like you're in the kennel like kind of like
Yes.
showing teeth, but then when they get you home you're just like the little that's you're rubbing my belly, all that kind of
I
stuff.
haven't had it put that way, but yes, I haven't had it put that way, but I will take rescue dogs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because I like when you said that, I was like, that's exactly what I am. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm that way. I remember when I took like acting classes, any sort of. See, I'm raised like Irish and then Irish Catholic as a kid. Yeah, so Irish Catholic as a kid. The emotion of love and like I think I haven't I could probably count on one or two hands the amount of times I've cried in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But. And it's always like long.
It wasn't
gaps.
on the Ryan Sickler.
Yeah, no. I the comments.
I was trying to have someone match my energy.
But it's like I think it was like when my kid was born was the last time I cried. But like
nice.
and I will actually say this. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't consider this a cry, but there was some watery blinks and a frog was.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm doing now is every single year. My kid just turned 3, but every single year on his birthday. I write him like a letter, just kind of like recapping, and it's also kind of like for me, just like recapping like this year of his life, and then I hope later on I'm gonna give it to him like a bunch of letters, and hopefully I don't give it to him till he's like way later in life.
You a good ass dad, bro.
I think that would be great. But this year, doing it because his birthday was just before Halloween, and writing it out this time, I was like, man. Because you could really be very open and honest with how much you love your kid and everything, and that really was. I'm like sitting in my basement by myself. I mean, and it's these things that like he might not read for 30 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of those things where hopefully when I'm dead or something, that if he goes back and reads, no matter what happens when a kid's a teenager and they're like, "Fuck my parents," because then we all go.
We'll wait until he spits gum out the car and it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just rip the letters out the car. You would have loved this.
Yeah.
But that was I was more just like kind of like blinky crying. But
of course.
And I did that thing where I could have pushed. You ever like be
That's
on the
gotta
precipice?
be fun. That's gotta be fun too.
You ever be on the precipice? Yeah, it is fun because you go back to your camera roll. You realize how much, especially their developmental leaps in a year at a time is so much. And there's some, when you're on the precipice of crying and you're like, I could push myself over the edge or I could stifle, and my knee jerk's always to stifle. But if you get a full weep cry, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah.
It's like cathartic. You feel so good afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
But
I love a good cry like that.
Yeah, but
I don't mind crying. I just don't do it often, but I don't mind.
Yeah, but I'm the same. But so I was going all that to say that the cry. So when I would do acting classes, anger I could play an angry guy at the drop of that. I was right there. They're like, wow, how'd you find that emotion? I'm like, But if I ever had to do a crying scene or like a breakup emotional scene, it was a nightmare for me. And there would be times. There was like one time. And again, you're in an acting class where you have a bunch of actors sitting there watching you do the scene, and there was
looking at you.
Yeah, studying you. Yeah. And there was one time I remember like I almost got myself to crying. I got like very red and I got like a little blinky and stuff. But a part of me just kept going, this is so fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck am I doing?
So lame. Like, all I needed one person to just like look at me and be like, ew, and then it just like, get out of here.
Gay.
Go right back. Yeah, exactly. Go right back to anger. Fuck yeah. Yeah. But that's like, I think that's an Irish thing where we just kind of keep that bottled up. But anger is a beautiful emotion.
Damn, I don't know how you find these quotes.
Yeah. Well, buddy. So all right. So let's move on here. So you kind of touched on this, but you had had a rough childhood. There was a lot of pain, a lot of tears were shed,
Yeah.
and music got you through those tough times. So did it ever cross your mind back then to just stop crying your heart out?
I see what you did there.
Hey, you like there. It was right there for you the whole time, dude. Your eyes lighting up for that is my favorite moment so far of this.
Oh my God.
It was right there.
That was
And listen,
wow.
Either way, I just think it's it's important when when you think about it that you don't look back on anger during that time of your life. Welcome to the show. Shapel.
Wow. Well, I've never had anyone do that, and wow, that was really good.
Hey, thank you, man.
That was really good. I tell you what, listen. This is probably the best podcast I think I've ever done.
Well, this could be. I mean, listen. This could be the first of, like I said. This could be. We could be changing the planet.
Wow. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah. No, keep going. Go.
Oh no. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I grew up crazy and shit like that. But the thing about it is like I'm not sad about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like, and I feel like sometimes people want me to be like sad.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Like it's always funny. Like in like things within the industry. Like I had to do this interview for this like. I don't want to say it because I'll tell you after who it was, but like I had to do this.
Patreon.
Yeah. I had to do this like it was like this going to be one of those competitions, but it wasn't. Okay, fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
It was like an AGT type thing, and I've done like I've auditioned
Oh,
for stuff
buddy,
like that.
yes.
And so like
I already know exactly what.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So they'll like learn about me, and
Uh-huh.
then they'll be like, tell us about the white family.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah.
I go, bro, don't ever say it like that.
Yeah.
And I remember one time someone was like, they were like, yeah, you were a cheerleader. Do a cheer. Can you do a cheer for us right now?
Awful.
Bro, the level of disrespect
It's crazy.
is like insane. It's like
All they want is but that's what AGT
Yeah.
wants is like a sob story. They need that like,
Yeah,
and
bro, and I
your
was like-
story is like they must have been fucking drooling for that.
oh
The shit
yeah, and I
that's
was
happened
like,
in
yeah,
your
I was
life.
like,
It's
nah, I was like, you would not get me to like, do
yeah,
that, bro.
they asked me to audition a number of times, and then each time I get to the interview part, and they're just like, so like, what's going on? I'm like, my parents are divorced, and they're like, is any like
anything else?
yeah,
How'd that make you feel?
any like immediate deaths that could really ruin
Yeah,
your life?
exactly,
Is there
yeah.
any tragedies we
Yeah,
could really
I did this
milk?
one. There was this was right before the pandemic, like I want to say a week before everything, the whole world like
Uh-huh.
shut down, before everybody knew that was gonna happen or whatever. Netflix was doing this like comedy competition, right, a long time ago, and there was a lot of great people a part of it, like and I did it because of these names like that were on it. It was like it was Brian Simpson, it was Rosebud Baker, it was Matthew Broussard, it was Neil Nanda, R.I.P. It was Becky Robinson, Ron Taylor. I mean, so many like amazing names.
Yeah.
Right. And they told us. I remember when they told us, they were like, "This is going to be like all about the comedy, right?" And but there was one portion where like you had to do the post performance interview.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the post performance interview, and the guy goes, "How do you feel about your performance?" I go, "It was great." He goes, "Oh, you don't sound confident." I go, "What?"
You just said it's great.
Yeah, I was like, "I just said it was great, bro."
Yeah.
Like he goes, "Oh, but wouldn't you be like, it was great?" I go, "No, because I don't really talk like that." I was
and
like,
also, what fucking self-respecting comic was like, "I did fantastic."
yeah,
you know?
exactly,
Like, that's psychotic.
yeah, it's psychotic, right? And then
But Anthony Jeselnik's the only person that would
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
He's just like, "I was perfect."
yeah, exactly, yeah, I was perfect, it was great, but he could say that. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
exactly.
I liked, and I would love his delivery on it
Yes,
too.
yeah, for sure.
But like, and then they ask me something that, like, I see this dude's face, and if I see him on the street, socking him, bro. He goes, "Do you feel like if you didn't win the competition, you would disappoint your brother?" My brother that passed.
Yeah.
And I was just like, bro, that's weird,
Dude.
I go, this ain't the only thing I have in life.
Also,
Yeah.
I mean, God bless you for even responding that way, because I
Oh, bro.
immediately would have been I would immediately have been like, first off, fuck you. I would have gone full full. I would have gone. It would have been Tupac hit him up. You know.
Yeah,
First off, fuck.
Well,
you.
right, yeah, exactly. Well, they were trying to use my story in a way like they were like, yeah, because you're like, you're like a lonely guy. I go, lonely guy. I go, where'd you get that? I said, I kind of grew up like a lone wolf, but like that's not weird. That's not. It's not like a sad thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I
was like a latchkey kid kind of.
Yeah. I was just like, I was a lone wolf. I was like, people made fun of me for doing this, but I enjoyed these things and I didn't give a fuck, And I'm like, whoever wanted to be my friend, you can be my friend. But if not, I'm like walking to my own tune. But it wasn't like I was like, I have no friends. No, that's not what that's not what a lone wolf means. A lone wolf is the last thing, bro.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not what it is. And but yeah, it was just one of those things where they just try to use my story because like
That's so
like I did grow up crazy,
disrespectful.
but like I'm not like sad about like I'm cool. Like my stepfather was like crazy abusive, bro.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like I'm cool with that guy.
But
Like, we just took a picture together a few months ago. Like I don't care.
I mean, I'm getting like hot for you.
I know,
so
right?
mad.
Isn't it crazy, bro?
The idea of someone using like a past sibling to be like, would you? By the way, even if he was alive and be like, would you disappoint your family if you lost? It's like, what the fuck are
like,
you
what?
talking about?
Yeah.
Dude? That's crazy.
I know it is crazy. And like whatever. Like that's the thing I always say is this. This is like the stoic in me. I'm like, listen, I get that's how you guys operate and that's how you want to do this. I just don't need to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
Like it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
But that guy, I do want to talk him in the face.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like, you asked this on your own. No one told you.
Yeah. That was definitely not a typed up before question. Crazy. Because he probably was hoping that was that on camera.
It was on camera.
Yeah, so it's like I bet he was hoping that you would get fucking choked up about it, or even if you didn't.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a psychotic question to ask, but like I could see where he's probably like, oh, I'm gonna bring this up. It's gonna trigger him to talk about it, and even if he doesn't bring that up, he'll at least like, again, it's just that psychotic manipulation of television and and film. Fuck off.
And it's like, yeah, you guys can have that, but I was like, I don't need to be a part of it, bro.
That's crazy. You've mentioned with anger management, you've had 3 anger management teachers in your life. It says so. You're on pace to graduate with honors and rage. You do look like a guy who would punch someone in the face and then apologize because you're working on empathy.
Bro, how does this guy know who the fuck I am?
Is that not true?
I keep looking around like who's feeding him this shit?
Yeah, I have an earwig.
Yeah. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like when I used to get in fights back in the day, after every fight, I would cry.
Now that I feel like is a pretty normal response from people to get into fights, like, and then cry afterwards. I remember
because I didn't want to do it, but that was just all I had.
Exactly, and it never feels great, even after the fight, because it's just like it's just
unless someone like really popped off in the mouth, like
course,
to where,
except
like,
for that guy. If that guy,
that guy, oh, I'm not crying. Oh, I'm laughing.
Yeah, you're just doing the Joker laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so no, but I would now I would.
Right.
I apologize.
Right.
I would apologize.
Yeah,
if I
I'm sorry I had to do that. It's so funny. I started doing jiu-jitsu a few years ago, and it's
nice.
like it's for the first time in my life. I've always been like skinny and scrawny kid, so I've never physical fights are not something I ever actively sought. It was more like I was more of like a verbal assassin. I try to break you down mentally before it ever got to that, but now it's funny to have a couple tools to stand a little bit taller or whatnot. But the guy who's like the head black belt professor at my thing, he was telling the story about, and this guy looks like a fucking like a Eastern European bear, and he's like in his 50s, and he's just got a neck. It's crazy. It's like you just.
He's
see
one
that,
of the trainers.
Yeah, he's like the head of the school.
Oh, damn.
And he was saying how he was driving on the George Washington Bridge, and this guy just kept like fucking laying on the horn on him, and it's like you can't go any faster when you're in bumper to bumper traffic. And the guy like swerved in front of him and then like brake checked him, and then so then he beeped on the horn, and then the guy was like fuck you, and then that professor at the school he goes. Let's pull over. And so they pulled over, and the guy immediately walked up to him and tried to. I mean, this guy is accomplished like black belt, like won championships and thing, and he immediately just like grabbed him, fucking like threw him to the ground, like just armbarred him. And the guy, I think he said he was gonna like go easier on him, but the guy like grabbed his nuts at some point like that. So then he was just like, oh fuck, and he just is like teeing off on the guy. He punches him like 4 or 5 times in the face. And again, he's like calmly doing this without any, because the guy's not the guy's just a fucking guy. And then the guy's just basically being like, no more. And he picks him up. He goes, you all right? You all right? And he's like, you need help getting back in your car? Can you get home okay? And the guy's like bleeding, and he's just like, oh, I'm okay. And he goes, all right. He goes, now just heads up, don't ever do that shit again. Have a good day. And then walks back to his car and show. And it's like the perfect lesson of somebody who's like a tough guy in the car. And then it's like, dude, if I saw him getting out, and he said that guy was bigger than him. So he was a little like, oh, fuck, I gotta.
No, dog, that's like the old school like street fighting. That's how it should be. Like, you know how many like people I've fought that I'm like, and then we just were friends after.
Yeah.
Like it's just a thing.
I've only been in 2 fights in my life, like actual like fights in my life, and I've been friends with both of those people since.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude, I had one friend growing up. We fought like almost every day. But we are still friends to this day.
And it's so weird how that, because you both just realize you're like, all right, none of that doesn't really fucking.
I didn't mean to slap you yesterday.
The worst is when it's like when you don't fight. You almost have to get that out. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one kid that we always used to. It was like a lot of shit talking, and like our group of friends versus his group of friends. I was having a poker night in my house in high school, and his friends were like driving, like kept driving by my house and shit. And then it became this thing of like, all my friends came out onto the front lawn, and then he parked, and he's like I remember this so fucking clearly. It was night, and he was walking up being like, what's up, pussy? Like striding towards me, and it's just like, oh, we're just gonna have a giant fight. And I had a psychotically protective German Shepherd that was like police dog level, like nuts. And I had him outside with me, and he like started getting spooked. And then it was just that thing of like, who's gonna throw the first punch? And then nobody did. And then we just ended up being like, all right, well, I guess I don't really have a problem with you either then, you know?
Yeah, I know.
And then ever since then, we've been cool.
Then you realize it,
Yeah, we were just like, do we actually want to fucking physically fight right here?
It never happens.
And he was like, that's actually a really cool dog, though. Like, he was
actually, I like your dog, man. Can I pet it?
yeah. He's like, the dog's cool? All right, sweet.
I'm a big dog lover.
All right, maybe we'll postpone the fight till Monday, and then and then it's never happened. Hey, everyone, let's take a second to talk about this week's sponsor, Amanita. The most famous mushroom in history is Amanita muscaria. I'm talking the one that's bright red with the little white dots on it. Everything from Mario to Alice in Wonderland, any fantasy drawing, all that stuff. The classic mushroom that you think of. Well, I just found out what that actually does. It's psychoactive, not psychedelic. That's a different thing entirely. It's not going to make you see visuals and trip out and have an existential crisis. This is more psychoactive. So what that does is hit your GABA receptors, the things that are controlling you feeling calm and relaxed and not just like catastrophizing every single problem in your life. You're familiar with that. At low doses, it's like focused and grounded. At medium doses, it gives you a great night's sleep. And at higher doses, it's more of like nature's wine. So it's like social and loose and fun. And it's completely, totally, federally legal, 100% legal. When they first figured that out, gas stations, little bodegas, markets, all got flooded with Amanita, but they weren't actually Amanita. They were just these sort of like almost placebos or like 1%, like some sort of vitamin, not enough to actually feel anything. That's where Amanita is different. It's lab tested. It's got over 50,000 positive reviews. It's clean ingredients. No BS, no filler, no substitutes. I've dabbled in small doses, and I gotta tell you, it's one of those things you don't even realize is working until you realize it's working, if that makes any sense. I was just going throughout my day and all of a sudden being like, I don't notice the ever-looming dread of life dangling over my head like a guillotine at this moment. When did that start? All right, after I took some Amanita. So go to amantera.com/go/Feeney. Don't worry about it. Link is in the episode description, and use code Feeney22 for 22% off your first order. That's FEENEY 22 for 22% off your first order. Why is it 22%? An oddly specific amount and not 20? I don't know, but they're passing the savings on to us, throwing a couple extra percentage. Just take it and don't ask questions, okay? So get the real one, not the gas station one, and thanks to Amanita for being a sponsor of this podcast. Let's get back to the show. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the podcast, sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/co-host-wanted. Each week we do a bonus episode. We'll do chemistry tests with the guests. I'll play video games with you. We got a ton of stuff and goodies going on there to help support the show. It helps fund this search. It really let you into the boardroom. You're inside the meetings of all of these interviews. You're helping me decide who should be my new co-host. Sign up today, patreon.com/co-host-wanted. See you there. Something we both particularly hate is being disrespected. Like, for instance, I'd rather be murdered than like left on red by somebody. I don't know why that really irks me in a way.
Just drives you crazy.
What are some minor infractions that you consider like big disrespect?
If I'm being cool with you, and then you disrespect that, like if I'm like being empathetic towards you and like you like kind of just pop off.
Okay.
Like in the sense of like
what's going on? We about to name names? What's going on?
No, I'm not gonna name names, but like there was a situation where I saw someone get disrespected, and then I felt bad for them because I didn't feel like they deserved that kind of disrespect, and so I went up to them, and then I was just like, "Hey, sorry about what happened to you there. I hope you're okay."
Yeah.
And they went, "Ew."
Oh, that's what the people that are somehow coming into your world, dude. It's like it's 2 for 2 of people that I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Nope.
How did you handle it? What did you do?
I said, fuck you, whore.
Yeah.
Just couldn't.
That's crazy.
Ew? Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's but those are the people that deserve. Yeah, of course, that would make. If you don't get irrationally mad from that, I mean, it's not even irrational.
Yeah, there's just something about that,
mad.
like where.
You to anything I've ever said to somebody would piss me off, let alone when I'm showing them empathy.
Yeah. Like stuff like that, like it gets like annoying where it's just like, man, just be like, understand, like like. Not everyone's out to get you, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. You don't have to have your guard up.
You don't have to have your guard up.
I hate when people are like, and this happens a lot, I feel like, in comedy, where I feel like most comedians are pretty fucking cool one-on-one. And then when you get them in like a group setting, there's the type. There's so many types of comedians. There's like the comedians who they're like super cool with you, right? And then let's say you guys are all at the store, and there's they're like looking over your shoulder to see if there's like a more famous person around that they could kind of like network with. So they're like, oh, what's up, man? How you doing? You good? Oh, that's awesome, bro. All right, hold on. Or like if they see someone, they'll just kind of that kind of a thing. Like those are the people where you're just like you just see what they are.
Yeah, you do. You really that's like annoying. What else? Like, there's some things that annoy me, bro.
Yeah.
It's usually, like, I feel like any time I, like, lashed out or, like, was, like, ready to get violent, it wasn't something that I was, like, poking at. Uh-huh. It was always something that, like, just kind of came my way.
Yeah, exactly.
But my reactions were just, like, insane. It's just like, okay, you don't have to fucking pick up a trash can. Yeah. Bro. You know what I mean?
You're
like,
shaking off your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here's what I can do with you. Yeah. But like, there's just been plenty of times where I was just like, I remember one time in college. This was when I was cheering in college. This girl I cheered with. I remember I didn't really like her, and I don't think she really liked me because she would just do things where like I remember one time like she came in my dorm room and just started using my laptop. I go, why you do that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy. That's wild. Don't do that, And then it pissed me off so bad that she was like questioning that I punched the brick wall.
Oh my God, bro. I did not know where the end of that sentence was going to be. Like, she made me so mad, I fucking punched.
Yeah. I was like, get up.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh my God, like whatever got out. Then there's another time, like we're in like, I don't know what class it was, but I said, hey, what was the blah, blah, blah? I asked her a question about something. Uh-huh. And she was just like, are you stupid? And I was just like, and then I was like, fuck you, bitch.
By the way.
And then some guy was like, hey, man, don't talk to women like that. I go, you shut up too, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are you, right? Yeah. And then there were some of my fellow teammates in that class. They were like, Shapel, why do you have to get so mad? So then I was like,
getting fucking gaslit.
I know, right?
Left
I know.
And right.
And I was like, okay, you want to see me get mad? So I took my backpack off, which had all my books in it. I took it. The door was open to the classroom, and I threw it across the hall, and it hit the door to the next the classroom across the hall, and I stormed out.
Bro.
I used to get, bro.
By the way, I've got to be honest, just on the stories you've told me so far, I don't even think you have anger issues. I think you are a magnet for people, for gaslighters. And because every single story has been somebody doing some unbelievably socially unacceptable thing to you and expecting your react, and then getting mad when you react the way that you should, which is like, hey, stop fucking disrespect.
Yeah, don't disrespect me, bro. Because I'll take it all the way. I'll take it to new fucking heights, bro. Like, what? I don't care.
You mentioned cheerleading. You got into cheerleading because you had a crush on a girl that you never ended up dating. You really tumbled into that.
Hey, man, why you gotta say that out loud, man? Who gave you that last part, bro?
You're the only straight guy who could confidently yell, "Give me a D," you know?
Damn, that's clever. Never thought of it like that. Yeah.
You won a world title championship for cheerleading,
title,
which basically means you have a gold medal in enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is pretty sweet. That could be useful here on the podcast. How pivotal was Bring It On in your life?
I hate that movie.
You hate that? I was just going to ask, is that like, I didn't know if you liked it or if that's like when we watch a stand-up movie and we go, this is not even so fucking close to
it's not
accurate.
even close.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, because like, cheerleading has never really got its like Remember the Titans.
Right. I mean, that was probably that was a massive hit.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was that's got to be the most.
Because I'm like, there's a side of
cheerleading
cheerleading where it's like, you do have that like Remember the Titans like type of like moments. What are like you have your Rudies. You know what I mean? You have those like there's like
inspirational stories,
cool stories in cheerleading. I think the thing that got closest to that was the Netflix documentary Cheer.
Okay.
Which was about two schools. One of them I actually cheered at.
Really?
It was about a school, and both of them in Texas. One in Corsicana, the other one in Athens. The one in Corsicana is called Navarro, and the other one was Trinity Valley, which is where I cheered. But like that got like super in depth, and like you got to learn about.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, everyone in cheer like has like some kind of like wildlife to them, to where like there's a lot of people like me within cheerleading. It's not all like
bubbly.
Yeah. You got some like, it's competitive cheer, but like like you get some people that are really like they got some real life shit that they're like dealing with.
Wow, what a great self-defense mechanism that is to drive, like to purposely drive yourself into like over the top positivity, which is essentially you know what I mean.
Oh, we were all alcoholics.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
What did we used to say? We used to say we're a beer drinking team with a cheerleading problem. That's what we would say.
That's very fun. I like that. But so you didn't even like the movie at all. Like you didn't like Gabrielle Union in that movie. Do you think she's the hero of that movie?
She's gorgeous.
She is so gorgeous.
My top two in that: Gabrielle Union and Eliza
Dushku. Let's go,
bro. Come
Let's
on.
go. But Kirsten Dunst can fucking kick rocks. Eliza Dushku is so smoking hot.
Kirsten Dunst catching the stray, bro.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. Especially next to both of them, because Eliza Dushku had the almost like goth girl kind of energy. Like, I don't need this. Like, I'm dark, I'm whatever, and I call it how it is. I don't care about being popular. And then Gabrielle Union, she's just like she's strong. She's protecting her squad. She's like just so. I mean, she's aged also. By the way, so beautiful. She's still unbelievably beautiful. Ever since that movie, I've been fully obsessed with her.
Crazy.
Yeah, so good.
Every girl I have a crush on looks like those two.
Yeah, I mean that's so funny. Just one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other, bro. Everyone.
Yeah. Would you say that you loved? Would you say that you loved Gabrielle Union in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so too. Here's the thing that's interesting. I don't know if you remember this about it. Gabrielle Union's character name in that movie was Isis. I swear to God, her name was Isis. So just for the record, you're saying that you love Isis. You did get that on camera, right? He said you loved ISIS. I cannot believe that. I swear to God, look it up. That was the ISIS. Insane. I don't know what that meant back when that was filmed, but that's not what it means now.
Bro, you set me up. You set me up.
Which, by the way, let me just say this.
In the climate of our country right now, bro, you set me up.
Crazy you'd say it on camera. I don't know why you did, but and the way it's going to be edited together, you're going, I love ISIS.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, I'll say this on record. I would join ISIS to be with Gabrielle Union, dude.
Bro. Dwayne Wade, I'm sorry, bro. If I'm like, I don't know you and he don't know me, but bro, your wife, top tier, bro.
Congratulations.
Top tier.
Every day, be happy.
I know.
You're the lead singer of a punk band called Mad Peaceful with my boy Joel Jimenez.
Yeah.
Love Joel.
Jimenez.
I know, but I like to say the double J.
I know. Yeah. You know what's so funny? I actually like saying it that way too.
Yeah. Joel Jimenez. He's like,
Yeah.
Jimenez.
Yeah.
That's it. It feels like when you're like quesadilla. You know what I mean? It's like,
nah.
Sometimes it feels almost disrespectful to say it as the him. But but yeah, I love him. He's the best. Was comedy too easy, or did you just need to get out your rage from all the hecklers? Why'd you start it?
Fuck these hecklers.
Yeah.
This next song
yeah.
goes out to all these fucking hecklers out there. We started it because like during the pandemic, like only thing that was open was music practice spaces.
Oh yeah, the studio.
Yeah. Those were the only things that were open.
Oh yeah, because LA New York shut down, but LA shut down.
Shut down. And so like we just got together, we started jamming like just a bunch of like 80s punk rock songs,
right.
but then I eventually came in with an original, and then we just kind of like started writing original songs from there, and then put them out, and then people book us.
By the way, I've listened to I did a little deep dive on it. It's very I'm into it. Like it's up my alley. You know what I mean? Where I'm like I'm immediately I'm just going like this and when I'm listening, it's great. By the way, it's so funny to be in a punk band and do comedy. It's so funny to like you're on stage and you're like fuck society's norms, like like be your own person, and then you post a crowd work clip like what do you do for work, bro? Like,
what do you do, huh? That's nice.
Such a funny juxtaposition.
Yeah, it is fun, and it's so funny because like there's times where people were like, yo, you guys want to do a comedy show in your band? I go, never.
Yeah.
I go, it's its own entity. Like we let that be exactly what it is.
Yeah, you don't want to cease and desist from Josh Adam Myers, so it'll be like here's another psychological question for you. What's the best compliment you didn't realize was an insult until years later?
Oh, damn.
It's deep, I know.
That is. Probably when someone called me Gap Tooth Goblin.
You thought that was a compliment?
I was like, thanks, man. I like goblins and I got a gap tooth.
Goblin in no way is ever a compliment. Neither is, I mean, gap tooth, I don't know, maybe for you, I guess maybe I would never, not a single part of that is like,
well, because when he said it, I was like, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice like alliteration, I guess, almost. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Because there are things.
My favorite name someone's ever come up for me was Black as Hell Chappelle.
Black as Hell Chappelle. I mean, that is great.
Yeah. It's great.
I don't think that's an insult even now.
Yeah, right. I know, right?
Yeah.
Kind of smooth.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm trying to.
Another great merch idea, by the way.
I know, Black as Hell Chappelle. Yeah, that would sell.
Yeah.
I don't know. People are pretty nice to me.
Yeah, but when someone says those things where they're almost like, I'm trying to think of an example, but they go. Like, oh, like, if a girl you're interested is like, oh, he's sweet. You know what I mean? But
I got it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, I knew it was an insult, but it was a funny insult.
Uh-huh.
It was my first time doing like because obviously we don't have a ton of black rooms in Arizona.
Sure.
But it was whenever like a headliner, who attracts like a black audience comes through. And so it was my first time doing a all black room. And then after the show, this guy comes up to me and goes, man, you a funny white guy. I go,
that's a crazy, again, gaslight.
Gaslight.
You are.
He said, you a funny one. He put his hand on my shoulder. He's a big black dude, too.
Uh-huh.
Big black dude. Yeah, I think he might have been from New York. He had the Yankee fit in, the way he was dressed, stuff like that. He was like, man, you a funny white guy.
Did that pierce the armor at all? Or did you just laugh it off? And
I was just like,
yeah. It's the worst when someone like smiles and delivers a devastating insult. You know what I mean? Like they'll walk out of the show and be like, that was great. It could have been like 20 minutes shorter, and then you leave and you're like, oh, okay.
Old me would have been like, let's fucking brawl.
Yeah.
I don't care how big you are, bro. I'll get a hit on you. I don't care.
That's the scariest part is when someone's like, your size means nothing to me. I'll come at you until I'm dead. And you're like, oh, fuck, dude.
Bro, I was fighting my stepdad all the time, bro. You think I give a fuck about anyone else?
Yeah. I'm told something else we have in common is that we both do song associations and conversation. So, like, for instance, I'll tell you, like, if someone says to me, if they're just like, all my life, immediately in my mind, I'm being like, I've been searching for something, never come, never lead to nothing satisfies, but getting closer to the prize at the end of the road. And so, but meanwhile, the end of that sentence is going to be like, all my life I've battled depression, but I'm not even there, dude.
The road.
Yes, you see, this is what I'm saying. Like I'm in a different when that person's continuing talking, I'm like in a mosh pit at a Foo Fighters concert. Like I go away, and it's like it becomes this whatever
I
that
think
is.
it's just like something like we just listen to so many songs.
Yes, it's just a word association thing. So this is, I think I got a fun little game for us. So I want to see how much we can connect musically here. I'm gonna give you the first 5 words of a song, and then you finish the lyrics. Okay.
Okay.
I got a bunch here, and we'll see. Like, these are all songs that I like, and they kind of range in genre a little bit. So I'm interested to see. I don't know how much we're gonna connect on all these, but I'll start off
These songs that you like.
These songs that I like, that I think some of them you'll like too, but I'm gonna see where we are.
Songs I hate.
Yeah. It's so funny if everyone you're like, I fucking hate this song. But let's see. I'm gonna start you out nice and easy. Ready? I don't believe that anybody
feels the way I do about you now.
1 for 1. There we go.
Yeah.
See? Okay, next
I figured
one.
that one would be in there.
Yeah, it had to be in there. Next one. Again, only giving you 5 words. So this is a little tough, out of context. It just takes some time.
In a minute out the
Yeah,
I have to know that one. That was like Mesa.
Yeah,
They're from Mesa,
Arizona. Great. Like I think
You're a fan of Jimmy Eat World?
I do. My wife was a huge Jimmy Eat World fan, and I always knew them casually through their I think Bleed American's a great album.
Of course,
it's fantastic. And they've had some great. And because of my wife, I've stayed up on them, and they're a fantastic anthem rock band. Really great.
Yeah,
and really
great
great live. I've seen them a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's crazy because I actually never got to see them live.
They're very
but Fender did send me Jim Atkins, lead singer, his custom guitar.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that rules. Wow, look at that.
Hopefully I get it signed by him one day.
Hell yeah. Oh, no. Well, he's a big fan, so this is of the pod, so that's great. Okay, next. Because I'm in too deep.
And I'm trying to keep above my head. Cool music video, too.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, not even a joke, my son's favorite song because of that
really?
music video. It's clean, it's fun. It's like they're jumping in the pool, then they're playing in the pool.
I give Sum 41 credit, bro. Like, I never really strongly listened to them back in the day, but anytime I hear their songs now, I go, they were a good band.
Yeah, good, catchy,
catchy,
like talented, fun stuff. Yeah. Okay. Next one. I know I'm being used. Yeah, look at that.
Just so good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No. I know I'm being used. That's okay, man, because I like the abuse.
Hell yeah. Oh, look at this. So you're fucking 4 for 4? Yeah. All right. Okay. These are getting a little more. This one is pretty popular. I haven't been this scared
in a long time, and I'm so unprepared. So here's your Valentine.
Dude, this is great. Okay. Yeah. Next one. They rally around the family.
With a pocket full of shells.
Bro, I mean, what do we? Now, these next two I feel like are the most. They're still popular, but they're the most niche of it. Okay, ready? Until the day I die.
I spill my heart for you.
Yeah, I don't know if emo is a thing that you got to do. Yeah. Okay, next one. Your lipstick, his collar, don't
bother, Angel. I know
exactly what goes on. Take it back someday. Long Island legends, dude. You're.
Oh, they're from Long Island.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Them and brand new. Yeah, it was a big Long Island.
Oh,
big
okay.
Long Island.
I realize that.
Okay, only got 2 more here. You were everything I wanted. And
but I just can't finish what I started.
There's no room left here on my back. It was damaged long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fun. Okay, last one. This feels very easy, especially if you got the rest. That was the hardest part. Trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry. Yeah.
What angels deserve to die.
Buddy, 10 for 10. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
By the way, okay, great for that. You get a prize.
Oh,
I got you something here. Yeah, I got you something. This is something I feel like you'll like from the little I know about you. This is called The Little Book of Oasis Insults. And this is a book of all Gallagher brother quotes, both. It's got some that are towards one another. It's got, I mean, like
That's beautiful.
Liam on Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. He's a dirty old nipple and a sweaty old mushroom. And
Bro,
it's just
their insults are like very childlike, but they just hit.
devastating. Some of them are
like that's something a kid would say.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
And they have quotes about their brother, like each other are so mean. They have ones that there was one about.
I think Liam would call Noel a potato.
Yes, he called him a potato.
Yeah.
Sam Smith on Noel on Sam Smith. He just stands there like Boy George in a coma. Adele is music for fucking grannies. Music has nosedived into fucking blandness. It's a sea of cheese. So I mean, it's just.
Bro,
but here you go, pal.
This is actually amazing. I will take that. I love the drawings of them.
Yeah.
The
It's
drawings
very
of
fun.
them
Yeah,
is
they're not even
amazing.
sponsors. Just I feel like that would be great. Okay, let's man, we're running out of time here. Let's get into you used to be you said you used to
I
be
ain't gay. Oh, sorry. Who said that?
yeah. Sorry, someone was gaslighting you. But,
Yeah.
You used to be a valet driver, and you still reverse into spots because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the First off, I do too, but that's because I still I reverse into spots too, but that's only so I can get like a quick getaway. It's the same reason that at a restaurant, like I never sit with my back to the door. I don't know what I've watched so many. I think I've just watched so many gangster movies growing up that it's like you never have your back to the door because that's where enemies come from.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
that was a good find there.
yeah. But I want to ask you, what's the most dramatic thing you've ever seen in a parking lot?
Oh, the dude that put his hand in my face and when I was working valet and almost snatched him out of his little Honda.
Put his hand? What do you mean?
So like valet, you work the front drive. This is at a hotel.
Yeah.
And whenever like an Uber driver pulls up, you go, okay, hey, can I help you locate your guest? Like, because we just go in and let the guests know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, get out of my face.
Gaslight number 7, I think, on this podcast.
And I said, bitch, what the fuck you say to me?
Yeah.
He goes, that's how you talk to people? I said, bitch, you just put your hand in my face.
Right.
I was like, I'll kill you right now. He was a gay dude, too. I felt bad.
I picked that up.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I picked that off the, this is how you talk to people.
Yeah, I know.
That's so fun. And ew, get out of my face. That it weirdly is less, it's slightly less offensive now, like filtered through a gay guy, just because they can be very like catty or whatever. But it is like a crazy thing to assume that won't be checked immediately.
Oh, he literally was.
Yeah, I mean, he did a talk to the hand is insane, dude.
Yeah,
So,
and we don't even do that anymore, bro.
it was like the 90s.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Yeah. Also, just on my own, how much should we be tipping?
I mean, 5 to 10 is good.
10. Oh, I've never given 10.
But I've never given less than that.
But let me ask you this: you tip it
I
on the way in, on the way out? Because sometimes they're
I tip
different
on the
guys.
way out.
On the way out, never on
Yeah.
the way in.
No, it's a pool.
It's a pool.
Yeah.
Okay, because I always am like, I was like, sometimes I go, I should tip on the way in because that's the guy who's gonna like put the car in the spot and handle it. And
No,
that
it's a pool.
It's a pool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So but then.
I'm a valet alumni.
But I'm saying, do you ever expect to tip on, like, obviously you expect to tip on the way out. Did you ever expect to tip on the way in?
No, never.
Okay.
Never expected it. Yeah.
And then, because sometimes I'll do like, if I go to if I'm doing a casino gig or something, and they're free valet, and you're there for 3 or 4 days, I'm like, it's not gonna be the same people. So sometimes I'm like, let me tip the guy on the way in, but then I gotta also tip the guy on the way out. But I've always just been, like I usually am like here's $5. I'm like a $5 guy, but now 10. I feel like it's something.
Yeah, I'd say 5 to 10.
Yeah, I guess it also depends if you're paying for the valet, right?
Yeah. I always tip 20.
You tip 20 every time.
Valet alumni, bro. I got to.
Yeah,
it's my tribe.
That's great. Yeah, I know a couple people who tip 100 when they do. I mean, they're doing very, very well.
And I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
I'll get there, valets.
Yeah. But 20 is great. Good for you. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, though, tell the people where they can find you. Do some plugs.
I mean, you can just find me at Shapel Lacey, literally on everything.
Love that.
I don't really do Twitter. I don't really do.
Me either. Look
Threads.
at that.
I don't really. I'm an unk, bro.
Yeah. And check out Mad Peaceful.
Check out my band, Mad Peaceful.
Also you love. Also, I've heard you love gossip, and trust me, we'll get into that on the Patreon. Patreon.com/GoAsWanted.
Oh,
but
it's fun sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
it
I
is.
like to listen to it. And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's like,
It's definitely very fun to listen to, and sometimes be like, okay, you never want to be the sole source of gossip.
yeah, because like when I hear gossip, I never take it further than what.
True.
You know what I mean? I was just like, I leave it where I
You
heard
like to
it.
sip the tea, but you're
Yeah,
not
I'm
spilling
like,
it.
oh, let me hear.
Yeah,
it. You know?
yeah.
Yeah, that's cheerleading. That's the cheerleading in me, bro.
Yeah, I do feel like I always have gotten that, like, I've gotten burned by that thing, and this is something else I've talked about recently, where it's like, you know, I have a very loyal friend, which probably in comedy is like a bad, terrible thing.
Yeah.
But like there is that thing of like, if you hate somebody, now I'm gonna hate them because I love you.
Bro.
And then the amount of times that I've started a war, or been like, just not even started a war, but just been cold or a dick to a person out of respect for my friend, and then they become friends again, like they make up, and then
like,
I'm stuck being, and then they're like, why is that guy in there? And I'm like, dude, I wouldn't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Drives me crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna fight both of y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, now you're both dead to
you're
me.
both dead.
Yeah. Oh, I've had that happen so
Yeah.
many times, and it's infuriating.
annoying.
Okay, I like to end every podcast like this. I do a little segment called Fix This. So take something in society that you hate, and then tell me how you'd fix it.
A limit on social media.
Okay. In what way?
Like in the sense of like it's a time thing. Like, you know, because, you know, you can like go on your phone and like time it to where like you like, all right,
Set a timer.
like and you can't get on it.
By the way,
like it locks it up after a certain while.
It does, but it doesn't. I have a timer set on all my social media apps for 1 hour a day, and then you can press. You could either press ignore limit for today, or you can say ignore for 15 minutes. Bro,
So that's where I'm at. I would get rid of. I would get rid of the one of my little kids. You know. Actually, for me, I would get rid of the
Twitter and the Facebook and Instagram.
I would get rid of that part to where it's like you can't unlock.
There's
it.
no option.
You can't use it till like the next day,
bro.
And this is all you get on it. And then once
Yes.
that's over, it's done. Because I think that's one thing like we're missing out. Like people just want to like, you know, really, really say things. Everything.
Yeah.
And it's like we're just giving ourselves so much information. Like I remember like I remember times where I didn't know what someone thought like down the street from me.
Right.
Like, I didn't give a, you know,
100%.
like, and meanwhile that was it. You know, I kind of that's like the one thing I miss. Call me old school.
Yeah.
But
I miss not knowing who every person on the planet voted for.
yes.
You know what I mean?
I miss it, bro.
And actively trying to figure mine out. Like dude. By the way, on that social media limits thing, I hit that plus 15. Like I'm in the hospital and I'm hitting the fucking morphine button, dude. I'm plus 15 and so goddamn much.
Yeah.
And it just but I'll never go ignore for the day because I'm like, let's be reasonable here.
Let's
you know?
be reasonable.
But I don't know what it is recently. The Instagram algorithm has reached like TikTok level of addicting for me. I've always liked Instagram the most, but like I was just saying this to my wife this morning. Every video over the last couple weeks that I've seen, everyone I'm like, this rules. This is awesome. No fucking way. Whoa, that's trippy. Oh, and I learned something. Like I get embarrassed out the amount that I DM to other people. Like it's just because it's hitting me right now. They fucking figured me out.
Yeah.
They're like,
and I'm not saying I'm like the best, you know,
Yeah.
with it, but like. You know, I like going on there and seeing goofy shit.
Yeah, dude,
I love it.
My algorithm, it'll be like
I love goofiness,
it'll be like
bro.
a jujitsu video, then it'll be a scare prank video
Yeah,
of like people
I love that
scaring their
stuff,
mom.
yeah.
Then it'll be children slipping on ice, and then it'll be like, hey, did you know that Aurora Borealis is happening in New York City? Like it's like this weird combo of like cool science stuff, and there's a supermoon tonight. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. I know. I love watching videos of like daughters like pranking their dads in a certain way where they're like I paid $400 to get the tires to get air in the tires.
Yeah.
And then the dads are just freaking out. I love those videos.
That's fun. I saw a video.
They're like, Lisa, what did you?
I saw those videos of like the dad, the teenage son says to the dad, like, look at me when you're talking to me, because he's like the dad's like making food. He's like, oh, I just think, and the son goes, look at me when you're talking to me, and he goes, what the fuck did you say? And he starts chasing around the house. And I've also seen the other one where they're like, they call their dad or their mom, and they're like, I just got pulled over by a cop. I told him that you fell, and so I'm speeding home to get you. And
Yes,
the cop's
yes,
following
I
me,
see
and then
that
they
one,
get there, and
yes.
they're like laying in the bathtub
Yes,
or whatever.
yes.
The curtain rods down, and they're like, "Where's the cop?" And you're like, "Dude, that's a ride or die.
That's a ride or
parent
die
right there.
parent,
Yeah,
bro.
that's sick. That's sick. All right, buddy. Well, I think I got all the information I need here, and hey, we'll let you know. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, rate, review, and tell a friend. Come see me live. Get all my tour dates and sign up for my email list at punchup.live/Mike Feeney. And here's a sneak peek on this week's bonus Patreon episode.
Windmills, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Sometimes,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, it wasn't like a big thing that I was like
Right.
part of, but like I did love that. Also, like my favorite thing sometimes is just to like watch. But like there's only one band that gets me in the pit.
Oh, yeah?
And I've seen them so many. They're time enough to be the band I've seen the most. It's Turnstile.
Bro, I saw Turnstile.
Only band that like gets me in the pit.